innovation this week.
My name is Dr. Lisa Parks. I'm a professor of comparative media studies at MIT in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I was one of the co-leaders of the Social IT Solutions workshop here at DIT. It also involves students and faculty lecturers from SUSE. And we have been here for 2 weeks now, working on social solutions to IT. We used a human-centered design module that was developed by our graduate students in conjunction with IDEO. Rachel Thompson, Iago Boychuk, and Han Su are 3 graduate students at MIT who helped to lead and develop and facilitate this workshop. So we got a grant from the JWEL project at MIT, which supports global education, and partnered with Drs. Matiko and Bakar from DIT and SUSE, and have been hosting this for 2 weeks. And today we had very exciting presentations from 6 different groups of students. I hope you'll have the chance to interview them about their projects. They went out and did field work in the community and learned what are some of the social challenges that are faced by Tanzanians. Then each developed an IT solution to address those social challenges.
My name is Mudathir Kasim Haider. I'm from Zanzibar at SUSE University. My fellow
Enokila Lucia from DIT. Lin Yusuf Hamis from SUSE.
Elisha Elia from DIT.
Yeah, we are here in Dar es Salaam with the MIT workshop that we made some researches in a society that we noticed some problem in emergency cases or emergency communication. Why we are presenting this emergency communication, we noticed that people do not have this contact to emergency communication, to access the emergency communication. So what we are doing with that is to take all these codes of emergency communication to put in one interface so that all people in society can access easily so they can get the emergency communication. Another thing that we noticed that is people, they access the emergency communications through only one communication that is using mobile. So we're just trying to extend this communication. As you see in this structure, of a network structure, that a victim can use many devices, maybe computer, laptops, mobile phones, and other things. And also, emergency service providers will use many devices so they can access cooperatively.
We came up with this idea to solve this problem existing in the society, those so-called emergency services, whereby people, they're getting troubles, just some of them, their houses are burning. But we came up with this idea that we are going to come up with an application. This is a web app and a mobile app, where this one, as my fellow said, is an infrastructure network, whereby we have a victim area and victim area to the service providers, where people, they will be able to make a call or to send a text directly to the service they are asking. That's right. By saying so, the society at all, the problem will be solved at large.
In addition to that, we noticed that service provider cannot access the location of the victim. That's why we came with this application so that the service provider will access the exact location of the victim so that they can provide the service as quickly as they can. We have some interface that prototypes that we're going to provide through this application. A victim will use this application just to press a button to access the emergency communication. So when they press, maybe let's say they press the fire button, then they start. It will start the call at this page. So it will view the location, dialing call, service which the person called, and also in the service provider, emergency service provider will see this view that they can pick up the phone, They will see the location of the victim and also what the service they are requesting. Another thing after the service provider, that when they access this location, maybe in the communication they just access quickly, so that they need more information, so they can go to the web or service or system will provide to them, so that they can view again where the emergency call come from, the location of the victim, and also can view again the location. And also maybe fire, those cars using in fire emergency, they can also have devices that can locate the victim location. Another thing, we just want our government to support us in this project, so that we can improve the emergency communication through society and emergency communication, emergency service providers.
My name is Wara Ridwani. I'm studying at Suza State University of Zanzibar, there Zanzibar. And also I'm studying our Bachelor of IT with Education. We are here to proceed our workshop, which called the Kazini. We deal with two people, those who hire and those who work. So we deal with unemployment opportunities. So there are some people who are finished, they don't have a job, so we deal with them. And this is our post, unemployment youth cry, and we deal with both skilled and semi-skilled. We see that like this guy who don't have a job, and this is our implementation. So after that, we create a application which called Kazini, and this is Kazini, and when someone who want to enter it, we log in, then you sign up, and you write your name, last name, then you create password, and if you want to hire, you hire it. And also after that, if you want to hire, you write the job which you wanted. So as I said, we deal with semi-skilled and skilled, like car garage service, housekeeping service. So he or she write there, and also she write a payment. So after there, we create also someone who don't have a smartphone. When you write Kazisasa, she write Kazisasa, and also she press *150 *75. After that, he write ID number, and he write the job description which you want, and then there is the information of the boss. After all, if press and agree or don't agree.
The concept of unemployment is a major challenge in the youth of Tanzania, and what we're trying to design is a platform that would carry from the unskilled labor to the skilled. Most of platforms that are already existing, example Bright Monday, we have Zoom Tanzania, Unistores, they offer job opportunities, but if you compare them, like there's an amount of unskilled people who do not have the credentials to get these jobs. This is a landing page. It's not yet completed yet, so you could get a page whereby it would give you the login credentials. It would ask if you're in need of getting the job or if you're in need of hiring. And if you haven't yet accessed into it, that means you have to register. Before the registration processes, the registration is very simple. You have to use the valid IDs that you have. Like, what do you need? Your names, your phone number, and a valid ID. It could be a license, the driving license, could be the passport. I mean, there's those licenses, the IDs that are very easy to use, that we use like for registering the alliance.
My name is Yusuf Shogolo. I'm a DIT student in computer engineering with my brother here, Haider, from Suza, computer scientist. And she lady in the group, Pendo Kweka, computer engineering from DIT, and Faki. He is also a computer scientist from Suza. We as a group are dealing with a project called Sokoleto, and this is a mobile app that provides a lot of services. My group will highlight why first this app, where did we get the idea, and we'll tell you of what the app really do.
Okay, as our member says, we come up with a challenge that we face from the people, that they don't know comparison between one market and another market. Then they also have no knowledge about the policies on market, what's going on. This is also a challenge. And thirdly, they don't know the availability of a certain product from one market to another market. So that's the challenge that we see from this particular, and we come up with this idea of Soko Letu.
We have created a little bit of a prototype, as you see right here. It's a mobile app.
It deals with the warehouse, like the stocks of the government. It deals with the government policies. It tells of the statistics.
We have created a mobile app which Soko Letu deals actually with a lot of things like warehouses, trying to know the quantities and qualities of crops in our country in the warehouses, both private and government. Also, it tells you about the policies and strategies of our government in terms of agriculture ministry and department. It tells you also about the exports and imports in and outside of our country, but mostly we have dealt with giving out prices to just local people and local customers in our country about the prices of agricultural product prices in our markets. So if you press here in Soko Letu, then you press, for example, in grains, you can go to maize. Now here it shows the name of a market, for example like Kisutu, Kariakoo, Temeke, Kinondoni, and it gives you both of the prices, the maximum range price and the minimum range price, and also it gives you the quantity of the product in the specific market. For example, in Kisutu, the lower price per kg is 900, the higher price is 1,200 per kg. This is 2 shillings, and the quantity that has arrived and which is available at that particular moment is 1 ton. So the app itself, it is shown here through the demo we have prepared, that it gives you just a local person, a normal person, you can get this app and just see and compare and try to make your life easy in terms of groceries, etc.
We have seen our project named Locatify that has aimed at providing employment to a lot of youth that have completed university, that are hanging out there without any job. They can employ themselves by being the local guiders, providing support to different people that are coming towards our country, and they just need to know different parts of our country. So this is how we have tried to collect the data from different students, and here it's the university that deals with tourist activities. Then that's where we have collected a lot of data about these people, and also we come up with a new solution of providing and improving this service of tourists in our country by introducing a mobile application whereby the tour operators will no longer have to use manual ways in registering the tourists, but the tourists themselves will be registered through the mobile application, and everything will be obtained through the system of mobile, and that's how we are going to be. This is how it's going to be implemented, and we have the prototyping view whereby any person who isn't aware of any place or anything, any tourists that need to be guided in various places will just log into our application, and then after logging in, all the registration process will continue. After registering, then he or she will choose where he want or she want to be located. This is a prototype of our Locatification project, whereby this is the first part shows the front page of the phone. The first part shows the front page of the phone. After the person has selected our application, then he comes to the registration process where he or she needs to register in order to have the true information about him or herself. Then he or she needs to choose where he or she wants to be guided to, if it's a hotel, police station, or any other places. This is for the local guider. We have just decided to elaborate the local guide as we have aimed at developing the employment within our country. And also, after choosing or selecting the place, he just needs to register. The registration process continues, and after being registered, it comes to the map where it will locatify where that person is. After being located, the guider will just need to know what kind of language the guest is aware of, so that they can communicate effectively. Then after that, here the person just choose the guider. Then the guider come. Then he or she is accompanied, and then after being accompanied, she just need to confirm the payment. She just need to pay through the mobile system. And also, these are the other places where the people can be located or allocated also. And also we have this. This is just the last page whereby a person can choose if it's very cheap, what way the other person can choose if it's very cheap or the cheapest way that he or she can afford, or the whatever that he or she needs. And we have also the last page, which is not here, which elaborates the comments whereby the people can comment about our project and mobile application, how it has to improve or it should be improved.
My name is Napendael Msangi. I'm taking a Bachelor of Electronics and Telecommunication at Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology. Our project title is QX, as you can see. Q means a line of people or things who are waiting for their turn to be attended to. In Swahili, we say foleni. QX was inspired by the problem of long queues, especially in areas where people tend to acquire public services. In societies like Tanzania, we face queues in almost all areas where you tend to want to acquire public service. For instance, in transport, in hospitals, in banks, almost everywhere where people tend to acquire public service, we face these queues. So we thought of a way or a means where a person can really get to acquire a public service without having to stand. As we all know, queues have many problems, like they bring time wastage. We spend a lot of time while waiting for a particular service, and it can also sometimes be life-threatening, especially when there is a life-saving situation and the service providers end up in queues. So our proposed solution was the creation of a mobile app which will enable a person. First of all, we targeted this project to operate first in hospitals, where we developed a mobile app which will enable a person to select a hospital they want to go and acquire a particular service basing on the queue status of the hospital. You don't have to go to a hospital blindly, not knowing the queue status of the hospital, but this app will enable you to know the situation of a particular hospital and impact your decision making. So you'll know, okay, this particular hospital has a long queue, so let me opt for this other one. And this mobile app will also enable you to perform the pre-procedures that we usually do manually at the hospital. For instance, opening a file. Mainly in hospitals, the cause of queues is not the final step of meeting the doctor. The pre-procedures are long and they're the main causes of queues there. So this app will enable you to fill the file form, and you'll have to open the file using your mobile phone. It will also enable you to make the pre-payments. You don't have to wait in line so that you can register your insurance or cash payments. It will enable you to do the payments by using your mobile phone. So using this app, you can choose a hospital and book an appointment and make the payments. So when you go to a particular hospital, you just go and meet the doctor.
My name is Joan Henry Francis, and I'm a student taking ordinary diploma here at DIT. So our project QX, how it works. First, this was our first prototype before going back to research. And so this was our second one which we developed. So first, it will appear a splash screen showing the logo QX. And then, assuming the user will choose the hospital, it will give the user an option to choose whether it's a public or private hospital. So assuming it's a private hospital, the user will be given a list of private hospitals available in their area. So on choosing Aga Khan, let's say, the user will also be able to see the various departments there in the hospital. So example, choosing the dental department, the user can see the number of doctors available and the number of patients waiting in line to see the doctors. So the user will then decide if she wants to take a number, the user will take the number, and he or she will be required to enter their patient ID and their first information. Then after signing up, they will be given the number, which is 29. As you previously saw, it was 28, so then you'll be the next in line, number 29. So that's basically how the apps work. And after that, if you have to make payments, then you'll be able to make the payments and you'll be able to stay in line to see the doctor.
My name is Enoki Lalucia, student at the Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology, Bachelor in Computer Engineering last year. We participated in that workshop, Voice IT Technology workshop, whereby people from MIT, they were here, they were teaching us how to integrate those social problems to the technology so that we can solve those problems we have through the technology. But then those problems that we have been working with them were about 6 problems. One was about queue, people they are staying in the queue for too long. Second one was about emergency services, whereby people they have to make a call. Speaking about Sokoletu, how people can locate their product at the right prices, and some other more. But what we learned a lot from these people from MIT, the way how they are working, and the way how they are inspired to help others. And they helped us a lot so that we can learn and transform this idea we have to the society. And this project, they are not going to end here, but they are going to be just progressive. They are going to go directly to the society so that the society could be seeing those projects and their problem they're going to be solved. Speaking about emergencies, the way how firefighting and rescue force, they are getting problems, how to locate location where those may be accident happening. So we are expecting to work on with this project. So we expect to develop them and to send it to the society to show as an output of this workshop. And we really thanks those people from MIT for coming up with this idea, bringing technology to the Africa. This is a better idea rather than waiting for those people from Africa, learning to the US, learning to the China, just going there to look for their better life. But we can make ourselves to become a better life in our country. Except what we need much is that technologists, scientists, and engineers to work together toward the problems that we have so that we could achieve what we expected.
That's it from Innovation Today. Join us for another edition next week, same time, for more innovative solutions.